I was like, all right, well, I'll marry him. So we got married, and it we both got married to each other for different reasons. I think for me, I got married because I wanted my child to be raised with their father in their life. And because of his immigration status, if we didn't get married, he would have to go back home to his country. So I was like, okay, well, if we get married, then maybe we can figure this out, raise a family. But that didn't happen, and he ended up becoming very physically and emotionally abusive when we were married, and we ended up getting a divorce about a year later after we first got together. So I do think that a lot of girls, because I know other girls in my community that were told the same thing, like either you get married or you give your child up for adoption, and for me it was never an option for me to just give away my kid. So I do think the discussion needs to be had, because I feel like that, like, like how most of you said, like marriage is a huge decision. And I currently have a niece who's going through the same situation. And there are so many people in our family who are like, well, you go over to the guy's house, might as well marry him. And I'm like, no, don't tell her that. Like, they barely know. Like, she's seven, I think she's 19 years old, but they're like, get married, you basically have a kid together. And I tell her, no, don't get married. If things work out, and you guys get together, you guys can make it work, and your relationship's not toxic, then yeah, get married. But you don't need to get married, because I don't think people realize this, but it's a lot easier to get married than it is to get divorced. Like me and my ex-husband, we were married for maybe a year, and it took like almost the same amount of time to get a divorce. And at that point, like, we weren't together for so long, so we didn't really have, a lot of things in our name that most couples do. But still, though, it's hard. It's a very emotional and physical trying time when you go through that process. And so, yeah, I feel like I believe in marriage, and there is a part of me that I believe that, kids should be raised in a home where they do have two parents to an extent. But if that means that both the parents are toxic to each other, or, if there's some kind of issue, then no, But a part of me still believes that, children still need both their mother and their father, but they don't necessarily have to be like married and together.